This just in. Never use a hairdryer in the bathtub. This just in. Never put your finger in a light socket. This just in. Never start your barbecue with gasoline. This just in. Going commando while riding a bicycle is never a good idea. This just in. Don't use bleach to whiten your teeth. This just in. Don't ride a bicycle and text at the same time. This just in. Don't stick your head in a lion's cage. This just in. Don't fly a kite in a thunderstorm. This just in. It's not a good idea to hitchhike through a busy intersection at night. This just in. Swimming in a lake full of crocodiles can be treacherous. This just in. Please don't run with scissors. This just in. Trying to ride a giraffe is difficult. This just in. Don't put your hand in a wood chipper. This just in. Don't put your hand in a fire. This just in. Don't mix bleach with ammonia. This just in. Do not litter. This just in. Taking a selfie with a rattlesnake is not a good idea. This just in. Don't put your head in a plastic bag. This just in. Don't try to swim with sharks. This just in. Not asking for help when needed is not a good plan. This just in. Don't try to start a campfire with gasoline. This just in. Being overly competitive won't win you any new friends. This just in. Standing in the middle of a lion's den with a piece of meat isn't a good idea. This just in. Never jump out of an airplane without a parachute. This just in. Don't wear a C-ring while playing sports. This just in. Swimming in an alligator swamp isn't a good idea. This just in. Jumping into a pool of piranhas is a bad idea. This just in. Don't try to put your hand in a blender. This just in. Don't try to put your hand inside a toaster while it's on. This just in. Don't try to swim in a river with a strong current. This just in. Stop. Please stop smoking cigarettes. This just in. Driving too fast in a rainstorm on a curvy road is never a good idea. This just in. Don't try to ride a horse without a saddle. This just in. Don't light fireworks in your hand. This just in. Don't try to put your hand in a beehive. This just in. Make sleep a priority in your daily habits. This just in. Don't try to jump over a running lawnmower. This just in. Going commando while playing sports is never a good idea. This just in. Don't use a hairdryer while standing in water. This just in. Don't forget the lube. This just in. Don't put metal in the microwave. This just in. Please always wear your seatbelt. This just in. Make sure you leave the string hanging out of your tampon. This just in. Please don't smoke cigarettes. Nothing good comes from it. This just in. Don't forget to wear your jock when playing sports. This just in. Please wear sunscreen. It may save your life. This just in. Getting the required amount of sleep is great for you. This just in. Driving too fast on a curved road is never a good idea. This just in. Littering is not good. Need I say more? This just in. Please wear a helmet when on a bike. This just in. If you want a good grade on the test, you need to study. This just in. Always wear a life jacket when boating. This just in. If you say you will pray for someone, then do it. This just in. Don't try to pour gasoline into a hot engine. This just in. Listen to the advice of health professionals. This just in. Researching a purchase before buying is always best. This just in. Not using a coaster for hot drinks may leave a ring stain. This just in. Make sure you are backing up your computer data regularly. This just in. Making a budget and sticking to it is always best. This just in. Breakfast means to break your fast. This just in. Please brush your teeth regularly. This just in. Try and recycle all your items. It will help the environment. This just in. Not wearing protective gear when playing sports can really hurt. This just in. Try not to use your phone while driving. I know. This just in. Turn your lights off when you leave your house. This just in. It's gray sweatpants weather somewhere in the world. This just in. If you can avoid it, don't go swimming with sharks. This just in. Please check the expiration date on food items. This just in. Breakfast is the best meal of the day. This just in. For security's sakes, use a password manager. This just in. Lock your doors when you leave your house. This just in. Petting a tiger is never a good idea. This just in. You should use a surge protector when plugging in electronics. This just in. Make sure you are getting regular checkups. This just in. Try and do 30 minutes of exercise every day. This just in. Taking regular breaks when you're working will help your productivity. This just in. Please always wear protective eyewear when using power tools. This just in. If you can, make sure you are reading the fine print on contracts. This just in. Trying to jump on the bandwagon with a fad that's long past its prime. This just in. It's not good to believe everything you hear without questioning it. This just in. Patience is a virtue. This just in. Being too quick to judge others will get you into trouble. This just in. Don't take selfies in places where it's inappropriate. This just in. Spreading rumors without checking the facts is not a good idea. This just in. Trying to be the center of attention all the time isn't always a good idea. This just in. Overreacting to situations will have its repercussions. This just in. Trying to be something you're not adds a lot of stress to your life. This just in. Taking unnecessary risk can be risky. This just in. Telling too many lies might make your nose grow. This just in. Size does matter, especially when you're talking about your weight. This just in. Taking on tasks you cannot handle will lead to problems. This just in. Refusing to take responsibility for your mistakes never goes well. This just in. Making assumptions without asking questions isn't polite. This just in. Taking shortcuts to get ahead sometimes is the long way around. This just in. Not following through on your commitments doesn't help anyone. This just in. Holding grudges will increase your stress level. This just in. Eating a handful of dirt because you saw it in a movie isn't a good idea. This just in. Don't wear an outfit made of highly flammable material while starting a fire. This just in. Going bungee jumping without a safety cord is very risky. This just in. Riding a motorcycle without a helmet is never a good idea. This just in. Playing in traffic will be dangerous. This just in. Don't take a selfie on the edge of a cliff. This just in. Riding a bicycle without brakes is unsafe. This just in. Using a blowtorch on a gas tank full of gas is an explosive risk. This just in. Swimming in a lake full of crocodiles is something you don't want to do. This just in. Jumping off a high cliff without a parachute isn't something you want to do. This just in. Eating an entire jar of raw chili sauce as a dare is not recommended. This just in. Feeding a wild bear at any time is highly dangerous. This just in. Attempting to ride an angry bull isn't recommended. This just in. Don't wear high heels while walking on ice. This just in. Running through a cactus field is treacherous. This just in. Trying to water ski in a hurricane is not recommended. This just in. Climbing a mountain without safety equipment isn't smart. This just in. Don't play video games while trying to cross the street. This just in. Wearing headphones while jogging near a busy road is treacherous. This just in. Don't try to hitchhike through a busy intersection. This just in. Posting pictures of yourself with a large sum of money on your social media will find you broke. This just in. Don't race down public streets on a skateboard. This just in. Putting a stick of dynamite into a campfire can be explosive. This just in. Eating a live insect for a bet may be creepy. This just in. Trying to fix a broken appliance without turning off the power may be shocking. This just in. Drinking an unknown liquid from a stranger's flask is crazy. This just in. Jumping onto a moving train is dangerous. This just in. Going for a swim in shark-infested waters while bleeding is a no-go. This just in. Swimming with cement shoes will weigh you down. This just in. Drinking gasoline for a dare will have a deadly outcome. This just in. Driving a boat without life jackets is not recommended. This just in. Fishing with dynamite will have an explosive outcome. This just in. Going skinny dipping in a shark-infested ocean will be treacherous. This just in. Doing stunts on a skateboard without safety gear isn't a good idea. This just in. Don't climb a very tall tree without a safety harness. This just in. Trying to drive a car from the passenger seat will have a bad outcome. This just in. When riding a bicycle at night, please have a light. This just in. Taking a selfie while standing naked in a snowstorm isn't recommended. This just in. Don't go on a roller coaster without buckling the seatbelt. This just in. Trying to break into a bank is unlawful and dangerous. This just in. Attempting to build a homemade parachute will not have a good outcome. This just in. Trying to hitchhike naked is never a good idea. This just in. Climbing a mountain without safety equipment isn't recommended. This just in. Wearing a metal bikini in a lightning storm would be dangerous. This just in. Don't go swimming in a piranha-infested river. This just in. Don't use the self-checkout if you already have issues pumping your own gas. It's best to leave it to the professionals. This just in. Life is too short to worry about what others think of you. This just in. Happiness is a choice, not a result. This just in. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. This just in. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. This just in. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. This just in. No one is responsible for your happiness except you. This just in. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. This just in. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It's the courage to continue that counts. This just in. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. This just in. Believe in yourself and you can achieve anything. This just in. You can't start the next chapter of your life if you keep rereading the last one. This just in. Life is like a roller coaster. It has its ups and downs, but it's your choice to scream or enjoy the ride. This just in. Life is too short to waste time hating anyone. This just in! Don't be afraid to take risks. If you win, you'll be happy. If you lose, you'll be wiser. This just in! Every day is a new beginning. Take a deep breath and start again. This just in! Life is too short to spend time with people who suck the happiness out of you. This just in! Stop spending money on frivolous items that you do not need. This just in! Wearing clothes that are too tight or too baggy while riding a bicycle can be problematic. This just in! Driving without checking your blind spots is not recommended. This just in! Posting controversial opinions on social media can cause a stir. This just in! Don't post your private information online. This just in! Don't drive while setting your cereal bowl in the middle of your steering wheel. This just in! Don't spoil your dinner. This just in! Try not to fall for scams and hoaxes. This just in! Try not to take on too much without considering the consequences. This just in! Don't refuse to accept the truth. This just in! Try not to make the same mistake over and over again. This just in! It's not good to not use proper protection when engaging in risky activities. This just in! Posting embarrassing images on social media sites can have dire consequences. This just in! Skipping out on new experiences can stunt your growth and development. This just in! Spontaneously splurging can leave you with a hefty bill. This just in! Ignoring warnings and alerts can be a recipe for disaster. This just in! Trying to outpace a jaguar is a guaranteed failure. This just in! Leaving a candle unattended can be a fire waiting to happen. This just in! Leaving your car running with the keys inside is an invitation to trouble. This just in! Texting and driving are a one-way ticket to the grave. This just in! Making assumptions without gathering all the facts can lead to a major misunderstanding. This just in! Posting fake news on social media sites can have serious repercussions. This just in! The new climate change regulations mean it's time to start being more energy conscious. This just in! Protesting without taking appropriate precautions can lead to violent clashes with law enforcement. This just in! Spending way too much time on social media can lead to serious mental health issues. This just in! Ignoring the advice of medical experts can put your health in danger. This just in! Believing in conspiracy theories can lead to dangerous behavior. This just in! Eating too many donuts can result in a sugar coma. This just in! Singing out of tune can make your neighbors cringe. This just in! Eating too much ice cream can give you a brain freeze. This just in! Wearing mismatched socks can be a fashion faux pas. This just in! Don't drive without looking at the road. This just in. Not taking a break from technology can cause serious burnout. This just in. Make sure your life has a theme song. This just in. I think broccoli is magical. This just in. A good pepperoni pizza. This just in. Add broccoli to your smoothies for an extra powerful boost. This just in. I'm so good at sleeping, I can do it with my eyes closed. This just in. What do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear. This just in. A day without laughter is a day wasted. This just in. A little nonsense now and then is relished by the wisest. This just in. A smile is worth 1,000 words. This just in. Always remember that you are unique. This just in. Laughter is the best medicine. This just in. Life is short. Smile while you still have teeth. This just in. Silence is golden. Unless you have kids, then silence is suspicious. This just in. The secret to a good joke is timing. This just in. You can't buy happiness, but you can buy ice cream, and that's kind of the same thing. This just in. I'd rather clean the bathroom than study for this test. This just in. I am horrible at remembering people's names. This just in. Chocolate bars now come with a side of guilt. This just in. Scientists discovered the secret ingredient to happiness. It's pizza! This just in. Cats now have their own language. Meowligish. This just in. Scientists discover the cure for procrastination. It's a cup of coffee. This just in. The European Union is set to sign a major trade deal with the United States of America. This just in. Going on a hike without a map is an invitation to disaster. This just in. Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? Great food, no atmosphere. This just in. India has launched its first mission to explore Saturn's moons. This just in. China has successfully tested its first hypersonic aircraft. This just in. Scientists in the Antarctic have discovered a new species of penguin. This just in. The International Space Station has successfully completed a round-the-world mission. This just in. The World Health Organization has declared the global pandemic over. This just in. Taking unnecessary risk is akin to gambling with your life. This just in. Jumping into a river full of piranhas is an act of sheer insanity. This just in. Lying can have more consequences than just a red face. This just in. Being aware of your waistline size is essential for good health. This just in. Overstretching yourself can be a recipe for disaster. This just in. Taking responsibility for your mistakes is the best way to resolve them. This just in. Asking questions can help to prevent you from getting into trouble. This just in. Cutting corners to get ahead will often lead to a dead end. This just in. Attempting to ride an angry bull is an activity that could result in serious injury. This just in. Make sure you're not rolling the dice with your health. This just in. The most important thing is to enjoy your life, to be happy. It's all that matters. This just in. Life is too short to wait. Do it now. This just in. Life is a journey, not a destination. This just in. Life is what you make it, so make it count. This just in. Don't worry about what you can't control. This just in. Life is about making an impact, not making an income. This just in. Life is too short to spend it in the wrong place with the wrong people. This just in. Throwing away the instructions before assembling something never works out well. This just in. Trying to read a map upside down will get you to nowhere. This just in. Refrigerating steaming hot food is not advised. This just in. A banana is not a vegetable. This just in. The internet is not only just for email. This just in. I repeat, do not try to charge a phone in the microwave. This just in. Why do people think that a double yellow line means you can double your speed? This just in. Friends are like the tide. They always come back in. This just in. You can't make something out of nothing. This just in. COVID-19 or the flu won't get the best of you if you mask up. This just in. Make sure you know where you're going and use those turn signals. This just in. Don't let gravity get you down. The Dairy Queen blizzard can be turned upside down. This just in. Don't be an iceman. Clean the snow off the roof of your car before you drive anywhere. This just in. Don't be a sweat hog. Wipe off your sweat from the exercise equipment when you're done. This just in. Make sure you tell your mother how much you love her every day. It's the least you can do. This just in. Don't be greedy. Except for the last cookie, that one is mine. This just in. Don't be envious, because life isn't a competition to see who can be the most jealous. This just in. Always ask for what you want. This just in. Double check and track those highly sensitive documents. Your secrets depend on it. This just in. Football, a game where the ball can fly and no one's foot gets in the way. This just in. When you go to the doctor, come prepared to pay your copay. Don't be caught off guard. This just in. Don't use the self-checkout if you already have issues using an ATM. There's no need to complicate things. This just in. If it takes you 4 times to back out of a parking space, maybe it's time to invest in a new car. This just in. Yellow lines on the road don't mean double the speed. Don't be foolish. This just in. Why do some people still not understand the concept of social distancing? This just in. Don't forget to change your air filter every 3 months. This just in. Don't forget to set your alarm for your early morning appointments. This just in. Always remember to do your taxes on time, or else you might end up paying Uncle Sam a late fee. This just in. Don't climb a very tall, unstable tree unless you want to be a human kite. This just in. Trying to drive a car from the back seat might land you in a sticky situation. This just in. When riding a bicycle at night, make sure you glow or you'll get a fright. This just in. Taking a selfie while standing naked is not advised, no matter how much you've bragged. This just in. Trying to break into a store is unlawful and dangerous. Plus, you might get a jail sentence. This just in. Attempting to make a homemade parachute won't end well, no matter how much you yell. This just in. Wearing a metal hat in a lightning storm is an electrifyingly bad idea. This just in. Vegan peanut butter cups? What's the world coming to? This just in. Binge watching TV shows instead of studying for your exams. Procrastination at its finest. This just in. Refusing to try new things? Better not. You might miss out. This just in. Spending more money than you have? What a way to live. This just in. Ignoring warning labels and safety instructions is not recommended. Don't be a daredevil. This just in. Trying to outrun a bear is not a good idea. This just in. Leaving candles burning unattended. What a way to light up the night. This just in. Leaving the car running with the keys inside can be dangerous. This just in. Never text and drive. Need I say more? A recipe for disaster. This just in. Jumping to conclusion without considering all the facts. Don't be hasty. This just in. Don't wear socks with sandals. This just in. Don't take selfies with strangers. This just in. Staying up late watching Netflix instead of sleeping isn't very smart.